Just pop this out. And I think we finally have some silver right here. Large cent. Looks like it's probably going to be a braided hair. 1964 out of Philly. All right. Another one. That's cool. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Rick from Hunting Southwest Ohio. We are back once again. Got the albums and 2 fresh boxes of nickels for episode 66 of the Nickel Hunt and Fill series. Looking to fill a couple more spots and hopefully get a little bit closer to ending set number 1. We're at 191 of 193 spots filled. Set 1, we started this at the very beginning. And in episode 50, we added set number 2. We are now at 165 of 193. So, anyway, we're going to get back into it looking for the same as usual. We're obviously looking for silver war nickels, buffalo nickels, V-nickels, errors, varieties, foreigns, proofs, or anything else we can find. Let's go ahead. We're going to do this box here on the left first. Let's pop the top. I do know that they're circulated because I open these when I get them back from the bank every week just to make sure. And we definitely have circulated nickels. So let's get into it and bring you back with the first find. Roll 1, box 1, and we're going to get an early start. We have our first 40s nickel popped out already, and it is going to be a 1940, and it will be out of Philly. Roll number 3. And this is box 1 still, and look at what we got right there. It is a pretty nice looking, and that right there is a 1950. Can we get it? Can we get a 50D? And we do get a 50D. We need that for the first album. This is the key date of key dates in the Jefferson Nickel series. So very, very awesome. It has been probably a year and a half since my last one of these. We're going to take a quick look at the steps on the back and see. Nope, not full steps for sure. But right there it is. There is that 1950. And there is that Denver mint mark. We will take that. Awesome find right there. Same roll. We'll walk away with our second 50s nickel following that 50D. I'm still loving that. Still riding a little high from that one. And we're going to have a 1959 out of Denver. Roll number 5 is going to be another 40s find. And it is another 1940, second one of the hunt. And this one will be, I think that's a Denver or an S. It is a Denver. We'll take it. Nice. Roll 11, box 1. Going to be another 1940, third one of the hunt so far. And it will be another one out of Philly. Roll number 12. And yet another find in the box, 1953 this time. And that will be out of Denver. Roll 15. And we're going to have another 40s nickel. Be the fourth one of the hunt, and this one will be a 1946 out of Philly. We'll check this for the Henning nickel. If I find anything, I'll get back to you. Roll 19, and another 50s nickel. I'm going to have a 1953, and this one will be out of Philly. Roll number 20, and we're going to have a 1930s. We have a 1939. It will be a Philly. I will check this for the DDR. If I find anything, I will bring you back in. Roll 23. And we're going to have another 50s nickel, and it is going to be yet another 1953. And this one will be out of Philly. Roll 26. Just peeled this one back. And that one right there, this dark one, that I believe is one of those colors we're looking for. Oh, yes it is. There is that Philly mint mark above the Monticello. And it is a 1945P, 35% silver war nickel. These were done from 1942 to 1945, and they are worth at today's price roughly $1.05 a piece. Not too bad. We'll take it. Roll 28, and look what we just uncovered right there. I do not see a mint mark staring back at me, but not a terrible looking reverse. And I do not see a date right off. Liberty's just about gone. Give me just a minute. I'm going to take a closer look at this. I'll be back. If we can't figure it out, we'll go ahead and nick a date this at the end. Does us no good not knowing the date anyway. But give me a minute. Let's see what I can find. Alright, I did the best I could. I can't really see anything with a loop. I've looked under the scope. I almost feel like I can see something here looking through the camera, but I think this is one we're going to have to nick a date, see if we need it for the album, but love to see one in the box. We'll take that. Nice. Roll 33. Just pulled this one out and laid it out. And as I was looking back up the roll, bam, there it is. Buffalo number 2. And that one may have a mint mark down there. We do not have a date again. Give me a second. Let me go to work on this. Let me see what the mint mark looks like. I feel like it's a D from right here. I will take a look. Also peek at this date. See if I happen to be able to make anything out. Be right back. Well, I don't know on this one. I feel like through the camera here, I feel like we got a D. I really can't see much with a loop at all. It actually looks a lot worse. But I do feel like there's something there. We may end up having to nick a date that. There is nothing for a date. I can't make out any features that resemble anything. So we're going to end up having to nick a date this one at the end as well. So we'll set it aside. We'll see what they are at the end. But super happy to have 2 buffaloes in the box. We'll take it. Roll 37. Just broke another one open. And there is that dark color. Again, I'm not 100% sure on this one. But let's take a look together. And it is going to be a war nickel. Rough shape, 1945. And we'll have a 1945S. We'll take that. Another 35% silver war nickel to add to the pile. Second one of box 1. Very nice. Roll 38. And we got another one to add to the pile for the hunt. This will be our first 1956, and it'll be out of Philly. Roll number 40, and we're going to have another 50s nickel. It'll be a 1957 out of Denver. Roll 41, and we're going to have yet another 40s nickel right here. Be a 1941 this time, out of Philly. Same roll, another 40s nickel here towards the back. Going to be a 1946. Out of Philly. I'll check this for the Henning nickel. Looking for a notch on the lower left leg of that R. If I find anything, bring you back in. Roll 42. And we got a pretty decent looking 50s nickel here. Got a nice 1954. And that is going to be out of Philly, but we'll take that. Not bad shape there. Roll 45. Just laid this one out, and look what I see again. Looks like it's probably a metal detecting find, but we got another buffalo. That's really what they look like coming out of the ground right there. And I do not see a mint mark. We do have a date. And give me a second. I think it's a 1916 or 17. I'll be right back. And there it is. Yes, it is a 1916. There is no mint mark. It is a Philly, but we'll take it. Buffalo number 3 out of this box. Nice. Roll 47. And another 40s nickel. Second one in of this roll. We have a 1941 out of Philly. Roll 48. And another 40s nickel. We will have a 1949 out of Denver. All right, box 1 is a wrap, and it was a awesome box. What a great one. Definitely one of the better ones I have had recently. I was very, very, very happy with that. So we did get our 2 silvers, 3 buffaloes. We got that 1950D, she's a beauty, as well as a few possible upgraders here. We got our 50s on this side. Here is our 40s. We did get a Canadian, a 1939, and we did get a 09 as well. I do have a couple more 50s nickels I pulled aside from roll 49 or 50. I don't remember which one we didn't bring in for since we were so close to the end. So let's go ahead, get this box slid over. We'll get on to box number 2. This one's going to have a hard time topping that last box, but it is definitely circulated rolls. So let's go ahead, get into it, and we'll see what happens. Be back with the first find of box 2. Roll number 5, and we're going to have our first find of the box here, and it is going to be a 1941 out of Denver. Roll number 7, and I have been seeing a lot of pennies in rolls recently, but we got us a dime this time around. Go ahead, pop this thing out. Looks like it's probably going to be a newer one, but we'll check and see what we have real quick. And there it is right there, and it is going to be a 2010, I believe. All right, that's nice. Made 5 cents. Roll number 8, box 2, and this is just our second find of the box. 8 rolls in. Going to be another 41, and this one will be out of Philly. Roll number 10, and we're finally going to have our first 50s nickel in box 2. It has been slow so far. Third find of the box, 1955, and it will be a Denver, not a semi-key date Philly, but we'll take it. Roll number 11, and another 40s nickel finally, third one of box 2, and we have a 1949 out of Philly. Same roll, and we're going to have another 40s nickel. This will be the fourth one of the box, 1942 out of Philly. Roll 17, and finally a second 50s nickels. It has been tough on the 50s, actually tough on the 40s now that I say it. And we're going to have a 1954 out of Denver. Roll 19, and 40s nickel number 5. Starting to finally get a few 40s here added up. It'll be a 1948, and it will be a Philly. Was hoping for that S-mint mark for a semi-key, but we'll take it. Roll 20, and another 50s nickel, just the third one of the box, 1958 out of Philly. Roll 21, and another 40s nickel number 6 of box 2, 1941 out of Philly. Same roll, we will have a 1958 out of Denver. Roll 23, and we're going to have a 1940, first one of those, I believe, of this box. And it will be 40s nickel number 7, and be a 40 out of Denver. Roll 27, and here's one. I don't think I've found one of these before. We got another foreign, and this is going to be a 1990 from Singapore. And it will be 20 cents. That's pretty cool. Pretty sure I haven't found one of these before. Possibly, but doesn't look familiar. But I'll happily take that. Add it to the foreign collection. Roll 30. And 50s nickel number 5. 1957 out of Philly. Roll 31. And another 40s nickel. This is going to be the fourth 41 that we found. And this will be another Denver. I believe that is the second out of Denver. Roll 35, and we're going to have another 50s nickel. It is going to be a pretty wiped out 1953, excuse me, and it will be out of Philly. Roll 36, and another 40s nickel, yet another 1941. I think this is the fifth of the hunt, and it will be another Philly model. Roll 42, and look at there, we're going to have another dime. Second one of the box so far. I'll take it. Nothing like some free money. And this one is going to be a 1998 out of Denver. We'll take that. Same roll. Another 40s nickel. Our second 1940 of the hunt. This one will be out of Philly. Same roll. Another 40s nickel. Yet another 1941. Sixth one of the box. And this will also be another out of Philly. Roll 43. And we got another 30s nickel. Actually, well, first of this box. We had one in the last box. And it's going to be a 1939 out of Philly. Roll 44. And another 50s nickel. This is just going to be the 7th one of the box 2 here. It'll be a 1959 out of Denver. Roll 46. And we have another 40s nickel. 1946. We've not had one of these yet in the box. And it will be out of Philly. I will check this for the Henning nickel. Find anything, bring you back in. Well, there it is. Box 2 is a wrap. It didn't hold a candle to box 1, but it was still good nonetheless. So box 2, we ended up with, I believe it was 11 or 12 in the 40s. I didn't count them up exactly. We ended up with 5, 6, 7, 8 in the 50s in box 2. Also did pull an 09, I believe, was also in box 2. So box 2 wasn't bad by normal standards, but when you look back at box 1, we had 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 from the 40s, including the 2 war nickels. We had 3 buffaloes. We had that 1950D, which was fantastic. And we also had 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in the 50s, as well as our possible spot upgraders here. But this took the cake for me. My second ever 1950D in a box. And it's going to go into the album for the hunt and fill. All we're left looking for is one of the silvers. I can't remember which one it is, but we're going to find out in a second. Let's get into the albums, see what we can add. We know we got one. We'll be right back. All right, we are back. This is album number 1 of the Jefferson nickels. We do not have a Buffalo nickel for the first album. All 3 of them are 2016 Phillies. We'll see if we have any luck in the second set. So this is our 1938 through 1961, and there it is right there. We get to add a 1950D to the album. That is awesome. We'll get that plugged in, and we are down to needing a 21.6 million minted 1944S to fill out the album. How about that? So let me go ahead and move on to album 2, see if we have any upgrades. I did not see anything else for this one. Be back in just a second. All right, we're here with the second Jefferson nickel album. We didn't have anything for the Buffalo album. Our 1960 spot was full, and we didn't have anything through the 38 through 61 album. So we're here with this one. This is our 1962 through 1995. We will have a couple upgrades. We're going to upgrade a 1984P, and we're going to upgrade a 1979P. I'll go ahead and get those swapped out. We'll check the last album, but I do not believe we have anything for that. We'll be back again with a quick wrap-up. All right, we are back. Set number 1, like I said, we're down to just one spot to go. We're looking for that 44S. And set number 2, unfortunately, no additions. We're at 165 of 193, just under 30 at 28 to go. So we'll go ahead, get these slid out of the way, take care of these nickels. We'll grab the treasure chest, the silver jar, and we'll be right back. All right, we're back. Treasure chest is in front of us. Here is the silver jar, and we got those 2 war nickels we found to add to the silver jar. So go ahead, pop them in there for the 2024 silver jar. And we got a couple war nickels for the treasure chest to throw on in. Got lots of goodies to give out here when August comes. So I appreciate everybody coming along. Hope you enjoyed the video. I know I did. Love finding that 50D. Looking forward to the next one already. Take care, everybody. I'll see you on the next one.